Alright, welcome everybody. We took off from Medellin today, 37 minutes ago, bound for Panama City, Panama. Passing over right now the Pearl Islands, specifically the Isla del Rey right now, which I've never heard of, but they look really nice. Check something. Yeah, see how it looks kind of weird? I'll tell you what happened. When I started up the sim, I set up the flight, did all that business. And on the load-up page, once it got to the actual sim, I got this error message saying that my bandwidth is insufficient, and it's switched to offline mode, which makes no sense because there's no bandwidth problem at my house right now. So we may be about to see Panama City, Panama, in offline mode, which is, I hope doesn't happen, but it'll be disappointing. I'm just giving you a heads up. Descending through 15,500 feet down to 3,500 feet. We just got all of our descent clearances all at once. It's down to 24, down to 21, down to 18, down to 16, down to 12, down to 6, and then, I mean, they just all came in quick succession. Also, I'm not hearing any air traffic, any communications with any other air traffic, so also a sign that all is not well. No explanation for why that would be, but we're still flying, so. Landing at the RNAV runway of 01 RNAV at Gelabert International via the OMCAR transition. This transition right here, OMCAR. It's a little airport. The runway is only 5,900 feet long. So I hope this isn't all a big setup for disappointment in terms of graphics, but I have a very strong suspicion that it will be, because for whatever reason it's defaulted into offline mode, even though I have no connectivity problems, nothing like that. So go ahead and enter our minimums. I'm not going to need them. The weather in Panama City is really nice, but they are 780. So we'll enter that. Yeah, it's 88 degrees and partly cloudy with winds out of the north in Panama City, Panama right now. So very nice. I'm just a little disappointed that for whatever reason the graphics that it's defaulted to offline mode. That just doesn't make any sense. We'll see if maybe it's come back or something. I don't know how the sim works. I've never encountered this before. I mean, I've gotten low bandwidth warnings before, but I've never had at the startup page an error message saying that, you know, you have insufficient bandwidth and you're defaulted to offline mode. Never seen that. And I don't have an explanation as for what could be causing it. Another goofy thing that happened was that when ATC started giving us our descent instructions, they told us we were at, I don't know, 110 miles out from the airport, still at 28,000 feet, and they told us to not exceed 200 knots, which is hilarious, because you don't need to maintain 200 knots when you're 110 miles out and 30,000 feet up. You can obviously go a lot faster than that. But I did find an approach plate for the RNAV 01 at Gelabert International, and it does show that at OMCAR you need to be at 3,500 feet, which is what we've been cleared down to, if you notice, not coincidentally. And you need to have your speed at 200 knots. So that's where that's coming from, so to speak. Haven't gotten any updated altimeter. 21.2, Cessna 3 Whiskey. Good day.
121.2 for Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
We're 37 miles out, 9,700 feet.
9,800 feet for 3,500 feet.
Descending at 1,200 feet per minute.
Bravo Whiskey Panama approach. Continue to OMCAR as planned. Altimeter 29.82.
2982. Okay, good. At least I have current altimeter information. Okay, we set the correct altimeter using this knob right here, baro, and then this is standby altimeter. We set it there at 2982 and 2982. So, anyway, I'm very perplexed. Needless to say, though, it still looks great. I mean, at least this stuff. The water looks fantastic. You can actually see currents running through it. But, you know, a huge part of this, the enjoyment of this game is the scenery. So, you know, you hate to see that not work. Anyway, we are 2 minutes 47 seconds from Omcar, 12.5 miles. And remember, we do need to be at 200 knots or below at Omcar, so we'll continue slowing here. 31 miles out and 8,000 feet, so we can shallow out our descent rate to modest 600 feet per minute. Continuing to slow down to the required 200 knots. There's Omcar right there on the MFD. And it's there that we need to be at 200 knots and 3,500 feet. Or at least not below 3,500 feet. We're not going to be at 3,500 feet exactly at Omcar, nor should we be. I mean, we're 28 nautical miles left on this route, so you'd customarily expect to be, you know, at 30 miles you'd be at 9,000. Airport's at sea level, so... ...20 miles out, we want to be at 6,000. We're just saying it, let's reset it to 1,000 feet per minute. And knowing that we're 2 minutes, roughly, 1 minute and 52 seconds from Omcar at this speed, that means another 2,000 feet off of our current altitude of 7,200 feet. That puts us at 5,200 feet as we cross over Omcar, which is fine. Beautiful, beautiful tropical afternoon here in Panama. 88 degrees, how's that, huh? Doesn't sound half bad. Although it's hot today here in Southern California. Well, comparatively hot. It's 78 degrees outside in my backyard right now. 24 nautical miles out. 6,500 feet, descending at 1,200 feet per minute. But you notice the complete absence of any other air traffic. That to me is a sign that something is afoot as it relates to, I don't know, streaming information. It's really weird. There's nothing wrong with my internet. Nothing. All my devices are working. There's people in my house right now using their devices, as there always is. I've never seen this problem before, so concerning. We're on the RNAV, as I mentioned, to 01. Wow. Jesus Christ, that's slow as hell.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed below 160 knots.
Oh, the water looks so beautiful. Wow. Well, at least the water's not affected. I wouldn't imagine that it would be, since it's not really streaming water textures. It's just probably pretty standard. 160. Set that on the auto throttle. Use the speed brakes to slow down as instructed. 19 miles out, 5,000 feet, that's fine. Airspeed's dropping nicely now that we have the speed brakes deployed. You can see them right there. Let's get it down to 160 like they told us. There it is. Re-engage the auto throttle. It's too reactive. I didn't set it at 182. I set it at 160.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Jesus
Landing
Christ.
gear.
So frustrating.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Slow this plane down, please. You saw me set it at 160. It did it again. 160. What is going on? Track the speed brakes. Oh man, this is really acting up. Okay, anyway, we're getting ready to make a right turn. Still don't have... We'll do a notch of flaps. We still don't have RNAV, as usual. Never seems to work until the last 10 miles, if that. 15 miles out, 3,500 feet. That's just fine. I want to be basically at 3,000 at 10, so we can actually... Actually, we're going to level out here at 3,000 feet, but I don't have any faith that the RNAV will work. So I'm going to set our altitude selector at minimums of 800 feet and continue our descent in a minute, but let's hold off. See if we get any help. 19 degrees outside, so no issues with icing, even though we're going into the clouds.
Bravo Whiskey descent and maintain 1,900 feet.
Down to 1,900. That's not the real
Descend and maintain 1,900 feet, Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Still looking good, but make a big right turn here, so we'll turn off our bank limiter. Get our landing lights on. And depressurize. There's that right turn. Ooh, we got some chop. That looks good. All right, we're basically on final now. To this little airport in Panama. That's not it. I don't know what that is, but that's not it. I'm a little worried looking at this scenery. It kind of looks like shit. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let's just wait. Try to stay positive. 9 miles out. We'll go outside. Get the gear down. Another notch of flaps. It's beautiful. Oh, come on. Why does this... I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's the airport. I'm having feelings of FSX, the old days. 8.3 nautical miles out.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, you are 900 miles south of Gelabert. Contact tower on 122.05 when inbound on the approach.
Still not getting any RNAV love. 1,800 feet above ground
Tower
level.
on 122.05 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Luckily, we can shoot the visual approach if RNAV never does work.
Tower Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey 8 miles south inbound RNAV runway 1 approach.
Leveled out here at 1,900. That ain't good.
Cleared RNAV runway 1 approach. Altimeter 29.7 forward 353 at 17.
Winds are perfect, if nothing else. Coming dead at us.
November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey inbound RNAV runway 1 approach.
Still getting no RNAV love.
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey Tower. Cleared RNAV runway 1 approach. Altimeter 29.7 forward 353 at 17.
2974 on the altimeter.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey cleared to land runway
Nice.
1. Wind 353 at 17.
Cleared to land, runway 1. Set the 3 whiskey.
Cleared to land runway
Full
1
flaps.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
I don't know, maybe that looks okay to me. What do you think? That looks okay to me. I can't quite tell. We'll get a real feeling once because downtown Panama City's right off to our left. Oh, good, we got RNAV love. Awesome. Okay, EPPR. Sweet. Like I said, it always seems to come in. See if grab that glide path. Is it going to grab it? Keep an eye on that. That white GP needs to turn green. Slow down. 140. It's not grabbing it.
500.
It's not grabbing it. Got it! Yes! Oh, the bridge looks fantastic! Maybe it is okay. We got the glide path, friends. Disconnect the auto throttle. Windy. That bridge looks fantastic. Sweet!
500.
Not getting reliable PAPI information because I'm seeing 4 reds and we're not too low.
Autopilot.
I have the airplane. I mean, we're not too low anyway according to the glide path indicator next to the CDI. You're staying all red. We're not getting reliable information from the poppies. Ooh, this is a tiny airport. Only a 5,900 foot long runway, so get ready to plant it. Yeah, poppies aren't working. Actually, pretty butter. All things considered. Exit left here at the end. Never did zoom in on that MFD. It's too wound up with that RNAV.
Bravo Whiskey, turn next taxiway.
Will do. I don't know, the scenery looks okay to me. If this is offline mode, then I don't know. Bring in those spoilers while we're thinking about it. And the flaps. Probably going to yell at us again to exit.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, turn next taxiway.
Right on cue. Excellent. Well, welcome to
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, contact ground
Panama City, Panama.
1.7.
Local time 5:01 p.m.
Going to 121.7 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Weird not to hear any other traffic, though. That part is weird.
Ground Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey, taxi to parking. Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey, taxi to general aviation, parking using taxiway Bravo Charlie.
We're making our way north. I don't know where we're going to go next.
Taxiing to general aviation.
Haven't thought about it yet.
Using taxiway Bravo Charlie Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
So other than that weird error message, this was a very nice, routine flight. Uneventful, but I am a little troubled by that weird bandwidth error message. But then, I don't know, this scenery doesn't strike me as low bandwidth or offline mode scenery. I know that sometimes if you stay in an area where previously you were online, in other words, everything was working normally, and it's cached all the scenery, so it doesn't actually need to rely on streaming. But I haven't been to this airport ever. But it looks pretty good to me. Anyway, there's our parking spot. Ooh, a little close to that guy. It's like we're not getting flashlights today, friends. See how that was. Oh, that's all right. Why does my mouse always die when I go outside to look? It drives me nuts. Oh, actually, you know what? That pretty much nailed that parking job. Given especially that I didn't have help. Okay. Parking brake. Right engine. Stop that timer. 56 minutes. Yeah, I mean, the estimated flight time for this 322 nautical mile flight was 49 minutes, so, you know, we probably landed 3 minutes ago. Okay. Lights. And icing. Pitot-static heat. Okay. Drop the logbook. 52 minutes, 7 seconds. SKRG, that's Medellin, to MPMG. That's Gelabert. Gelabert International. Fun. Fun. Other than that weirdness with regard to the streaming, I enjoyed it. All right, thanks for joining us.